Aloha, my friends, to another night edition of what is true to the stars happening in the sky right now. It is a little bit after 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on March 14th, and my goodness, are we in a powerful, energetic pattern right now. I promised you all I would be back here with another live update. I had a monthly Q&A for my 13 sign astrology masterclass students tonight, and so I'm a little bit late getting here, but I wanted to keep my commitment of coming to you live every day with an update of what is happening astrologically. Okay, so what have you been noticing? Okay, we had a huge energetic 7 planets in Pisces over the last 3 days, and guess what? We still have a lot of planets in Pisces. Today, the moon did move into Taurus, so it moved out of fiery Aries and into that grounded, earthy, connected to nature energetic of Taurus. And so if you had an opportunity to go out into nature and connect to Gaia, today was an awesome day for it, especially here in California. So I'm going to share screen with you, and we're going to dive into the energetics of today and also talk about what we're moving into tomorrow. Right? So share the screen with you. And I hope you're enjoying all of these live True the Stars 13 Sign Astrology updates. I suddenly felt really inspired to just start coming out, whether it's day or night, and getting these updates to you. And it's actually really magical to be out under the stars and talking about the stars, right? So last night I talked to you about what are we actually seeing in an astrological chart. And so I want to continue that lesson tonight and remind you that when we're looking at a 13 sign astrology chart, what we're really looking at is, imagine for a moment that this is the horizon line, that nice thick line through the middle. That is the horizon line. And the left is what is on the eastern horizon, and the right is what is on the western horizon. And up top, that is the top of the sky. Down below is under the sky. What do you mean, Lotus? Well, everything that's under the horizon line is all the planetary energies and all the constellations that are not actively up in the sky right now. So if we took out a telescope and we were to go from the left horizon to the right, these are the constellations from the beginning of Libra, Virgo, Leo, Cancer, Gemini, Taurus. That's what we would see, at least up here in the northern hemisphere. All y'all down in the southern hemisphere, you got a different chart. So it is locationally based, but everyone in the northern hemisphere basically are going to be seeing this same sky right now. And one thing I want to point out to y'all at 11 o'clock on March 14th is that most of the planets, the sun, the moon, Mercury, Venus, well, not the moon, sun, Venus, Saturn, Mars, a lot of the big planets are all under the horizon line. And what I have noticed is that when so many planets are under the horizon line, under the horizon represents our more internal personal life, our emotional state, our connection to ourself. And when you have so many planets under the horizon line, oh my gosh, we become so much more internal. We're dealing with subconscious emotion. We're dealing with things that are buried within us that relate to our home, our family. Like right now, 1, 2, 3, 4 planets in the house of home and family. And so collectively, we might be going through some deep subconscious bringing up of early childhood wounding or things we went through with our parents, and that could feel really intense. Combined with that, we have Sun, Neptune. So Sun is soul, Neptune is our spiritual connection, Mercury, communication, the destiny point, what we're learning, our big collective lesson, Chiron, the wounded healer, and the sun-moon midpoint, the marriage between the sun and the moon, all in Pisces. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things in Pisces, which Pisces is water. It is emotion. It is intuition. And right now I have a river and a creek on either side of me. and I can hear the sound of the water. I hope that can come through the audio. I'm not sure if it does or not, but I can feel the sounds of nature. And truly, I have to tell you, with so many planets in water right now, one of the best ways to survive this time, when we're being kind of taken out of our minds, we're being taken out of our intellect, we're being taken out of reason, we're being taken out of the masculine for a bit here. And we were like fully in the masculine, y'all, about all of February, with all the planets in Aquarius, which is an air sign, which is much more mental, cerebral, and logical. Now we're so deeply rooted in all of this feminine energy, this reflective, intuitive, tuned into the psychic realm's energy. How do we cope with that in a masculine, cerebrally based society? And so if you're sensitive, if you're intuitive, if you're an empath, right now, things like going to work or pushing yourself or hard work, you might just feel like you don't have it in you right now. Like you literally don't have it in you, because the opposite sign of Pisces is actually Virgo. And Virgo is an earth sign where Pisces is water. Virgo is all about hard work. It's about the body. It's very physically based. It's very structural in nature. In some ways, it's masculine in that it's more about the material world. It's also feminine. It's like the divine earth mother goddess of the earth who gives us the herbs and the plants and the body postures and practices to do with our bodies to heal. It's a sign of the doctor and the nurse and the servant and those that uplift and serve humanity. And it's all about work and giving. Now, I want to point out the only thing in Virgo right now is the past life point. And the past life point, or the south node, is always directly opposite the destiny, the future life, or the north node point, right? They're directly opposite. And so for the collective, for the entire year of 2024, there's a huge polarity. There is a huge pressure or tension between the two energetics of Pisces and Virgo. Pisces being the collective lesson of what we're learning right now, and Virgo being that which we're letting go of. And so with the destiny point of what we're all working on, bringing more of it in, is more peace. It's more of the feminine. It's more listening to our intuition. It's more allowing ourselves to flow. It's water. And think about our society, right? Our society is not very supportive of flow, the flow state, right? Of allowing us to have unique synchronicities and syncopations with our daily rhythm. Pisces says, let's learn how to flow with what we need to flow with and to do what is right in the moment, to really listen to our intuition, to really follow those psychic nudges. And so the past life point, the karmic point that we're all collectively being asked to look at, is this past life point in Virgo, which is overworking, overgiving. You know, it's relying on Western medicine, doctors and nurses, and it's the healthcare industry essentially. And so with the South Node in Virgo, as a people, and they overworked, they overgave, right? They were someone who was so deeply involved with giving that their own proverbial cup of energy got depleted. And so when people come in with their past life point in Virgo and their destiny point in Pisces, I typically tell them, look, you may need to value and make more time for a retreat for rejuvenation, for relaxation, for meditation, for all those things that take us out of the mind, that take us out of the doingness and bring us back into the beingness. So let's jump back into that chart so I can show you more about it. Right? So right now we're in this huge polarity between the past life self. That's what this point here, the upside down headphones, the past life self, anywhere and everywhere in our society, inside of us, in the collective, where we have a pattern of overgiving, overworking, over exercising, over dieting, overdoing all these material things. We're being asked to chill out, take a breather, do more meditation, pause, and allow more spaciousness into your lives. Allow more beingness into your body. Allow the beauty of who you be to flow freely, to get out of what is expected and what you have to do, and get into the intuitive flow of your own soul that knows, it is aligned, it allows, it's beautiful, it's divine. It is fragrant with the flower of your own beingness. Wow, really? Yeah. And we also have that destiny point conjunct Chiron, the wounded healer, which tells me for this entire year practically that we are being asked to heal our relationship to the flow, to our psychic, intuitive, touch, sense, feel, spiritual connections. It's time, my friends. We've given enough. We've worked hard enough. It's time to allow the flow, the spiritual song, the epiphany, the hallelujah, the blessing of the divine to flow through us once again. And imagine if that is our collective destiny and lesson in the collective right now, how much opposition do we face from our employers, from our work, from the very structure of civilization as we know it, in actually expressing our soul path and our soul purpose. And so that's where, if there are ways for you to make residual income, if there are ways for you to maybe work online, there's a real big push to kind of get out of the grind right now, to get out of the 9 to 5, to get out of that struggle and that hard work, which is that Virgo past life point. It's to still give service, but it's to give service from a spiritual perspective where you're giving from a full cup. You're giving from that full heart. And so this is a time where we're being asked to really listen, to really tune in, and allow the flow of divine abundance, which is really, truly who we are, to come through. And that through this is where the abundance, the prosperity, all the blessings will come. And it's not through the hard work, and it's not through the efforting, it's through that ease, through that effortless ease when you're in alignment, you're connected to flow, and you're letting yourself know. You're letting yourself flow with the yes, that feeling there. So your inner mermaid, let it flow. Imagine you're allowing that essence self to flow through. Now, as I was saying, there's such a large activation of change in our society where there's a dissatisfaction with all the hard work and effort people have to put in to survive these days. And that can be seen by Pluto, the planet of transformation, being in Capricorn, the planet of the sign of structure, government, laws, rules, the status quo, the way things have always been. And so Pluto in Capricorn is asking us, hey, are you happy with the status quo? Are you happy with the structure? Are you happy with the emotional and on an individual level, this could be your own emotional foundation and flow. Are you happy with the structure of your emotional foundation? Are you happy with the structure of the depths of your subconscious? If not, we are individually and collectively going through a very deep, insightful, powerful, transformational spiritual process, revealing the truth buried within our subconscious of the structures of who we are, both individually and collectively. You may say, Lotus, where do you get this information? Well, as I sit here with you, I literally just tune in and drop in into the flow state. I have water on either side and I listen for the guidance to come through for you. And so these live updates about the astrological bodies are also divine channelings and transmissions from highest source to guide and support you during this time when there is so much change and depth and emotional awareness and spiritual awareness. And if you found me, you've been drawn to me because like attracts like, and you're on a spiritual journey, you're awakening and you're looking for answers and guidance so that you can align deeper and deeper to what you're here for. We have Jupiter and Uranus in Aries, leadership, courage, Jupiter being that big teacher, Uranus being change. We're wanting to change the world. We're wanting to change the leadership of the world. We're wanting to create a new world. Venus in Aquarius, Saturn in Aquarius right now. Saturn structure, Venus money. Venus approaching an exact conjunction with Saturn in the next 3 weeks. This is powerful. This could mean a complete restructuring of money, a complete restructuring of the internet, a complete restructuring of things that we love, especially on a collective level. So I'm going to talk more about this in greater depth, but be aware that there could be some definite big changes around love and structure, especially around friendship and community. You could be feeling that. And there's a major other update I need to share, which is that we are approaching the full moon on March 24th. And this full moon is going to be a full eclipse, a full solar eclipse. And so that means the sun will be exactly conjunct the destiny point, the future, the sun with the future. So we're growing into some great destiny here. We have this big eclipse coming up on the full moon in about 2 weeks' time. And so you may be feeling, or 10 days' time, you may be feeling this big eclipse energy. Plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 planets in Pisces right now, all water, all intuition, all divine feminine. How many cycles have the divine feminine gone through repression, suppression, the feminine not being valued, allowed, received in the collective? There is a deep yearning, Chiron in Pisces, for a deep healing for the collective destiny of humanity right now. And those 2 points will be with the sun at the full moon eclipse. And so those energetics are going to simply be getting stronger from now until the eclipse time. And so if you're feeling a raising of the energy, that is because the moon has a very strong magnetic pull and literally begins to pull water from the earth up to the surface and from our bodies up to the surface. And so if you're feeling that intensity of emotion or energy, you're not alone. That is what's happening on the collective for all. And so it's a really good time to do self-care, my friends, because we're sort of, we live our lives, we have our daily structure, we have the things we are responsible for. And I think there can be this sense of grind or having to work really hard. And I really want to invite you as much as possible between now and the equinox and the full moon solar eclipse to put in at least 5 minutes a day into some sort of self-care, self-reflection, intuition, tuning within, because so much is being brought up to the surface right now to be healed, to be felt, to be let go of. And eclipses are really good, especially full moon eclipses, for letting go of deeply held things within us. And so allow from now until the full moon, all that stuff to just begin to come up and out. Don't take it personally. Don't attach to it. Go see an acupuncturist, schedule an energy clearing session with me or another practitioner. Take this time seriously. We are being activated to release huge amounts of individual and collective energetics that are only in the way of our highest, truest, most pure expression. So embrace the journey. Okay, you ever heard that? Everything is happening for you. Everything. And may good things and beautiful things happen too. My hair is quite a being. It wants to share itself with you all. So thanks for bearing with it. Okay, so let's look back at this chart. Is there anything else I need to share with you all? Yes. Moon will continue to be in Taurus. Taurus is a very large sized constellation for tomorrow. So I really recommend, while we have this nice grounding, structuring influence of the moon, get outside into nature, ground yourself, go barefoot, lay on the ground. One of my favorite grounding techniques, and I don't really see people doing this that often, is you take a blanket, you find somewhere that you feel cozy and good on the ground. I especially love wild places or at the beach or near the ocean, wherever there's a lot of negative ions. Lay down on the ground. Literally lay down on the ground. Imagine you're in ceremony and tune into your body, tune into nature, and allow yourself to feel into whatever layers or levels of yourself are speaking, things that are arising. And then tune into Mother Earth and allow yourself to let go of any burdens, any stress, any challenge or issue, almost as though you are just depositing money to Mother Earth, because Mother Earth actually, she can process our negative energies for us. Think about the power of Earth Mother, the energy of the earth. Is she has the power, she is a volcano. She has the ability to have volcanoes, right? Volcanoes. She has hot molten lava near her core, okay? She can handle anything you're dealing with or carrying. You don't have to hold it. You don't have to carry it anymore, okay? And so at this time, with so many planets in water, which are emotion and intuition, Pluto in Capricorn, which is depth and transformation of structures on individual and collective level, there is a lot being brought up for many, especially around security, especially around safety. And the truth of the matter is we create our own reality with our energy, frequency, vibrations, our emotions, and our feelings, right? Because thoughts are things, and what we think then becomes what we feel. And what we feel attracts and draws in and creates and manifests every single thing and aspect and level and layer of our beingness in this life. So if you would like to change what you're creating, we must first change our thoughts, and we must change our emotions and our feelings. And one of the best things to focus on feeling is to feel good now, even if the world is collapsing around you, even if you don't know where you're going or what's happening, or even if you do, is to always be working on feeling good and feeling better, okay? And so what you do is you come to the earth with any issue or challenge you have, you put down a nice wool blanket. It's better to have a natural fiber blanket. Lay down, rest, relax, and let go of anything you don't need anymore. Even right now, just give it to the earth. Just give it to her. Say, thank you for taking all these burdens. I don't need to carry them anymore. And she actually says, thank you. Thank you for letting go, because now I can compost that old energy that was walking around on the surface that I could feel. And she allows it to be transmuted and transformed. I think she was saying, yes, that's right. So just allow anything inside of you you no longer need to be released and to be let go into the earth, because you no longer have to carry this. You are not responsible to carry the burdens of the planet. The earth, the ecosystem, the water, the sun, the stars are designed to assist us in staying in a flow state where energy we experience, and it moves through us and it is released out. And we are simply conduits dancing through creation. And that is what the Piscean energy of flow is inviting us and guiding us deeper and deeper into. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And I really want to invite you to enjoy some of the beauty of that. And some ways to enjoy the beauty of that are through art, through music, through the softer sides of life. And when things seem so serious and we wonder about our security and our abundance, we get pulled down into fear and lack and insecurity. And that creates a horrible avalanche downward. So let's flip the tide and focus on instead, what do you want to create? What gives you happiness in this life? Visualize safety and security. Visualize gratitude. Visualize self-love in your lower chakras. And allow that to support you as we go through these changes, knowing we create our reality no matter what's happening externally. We, you and I, we create our reality. Pretty cool. And also sometimes, oh gosh. And so if we're in that state, I highly recommend come to lay down on the earth, let go and let God, let go and let God with so many planets in Pisces, with the destiny point in Pisces, flow, feminine, water. If you want to invest in something, invest in water. Invest in the power of water to heal. Invest in the new age technologies of water because you will definitely be served in doing so. So I wanted to just come to you live, give you this update, and hang on. Tomorrow I will be back and I will give you a current up-to-date snapshot of what's happening in the sky, how that might be affecting you. I love to follow the path of the moon and what constellation it's in because it guides us so, so deeply to more deeply intuit our own self, to dive into who we are and to get really, really clear on what we're feeling and get in tune with the rhythms and the cycles of the earth and the land and the sky and the stars and our own beingness, our own heart space. So I send you all love and I'm excited to see you for tomorrow, another live update to go deeper into what can we do to find peace and ease and prosperity, even in a world where there's so much chaos right now. How can you rise above it? How can you tap into your brilliance, your abundance, and your wealth, creation, ability, no matter what's happening around you? So I send you all love and light. I hope you like, follow, and subscribe to my channel. And big welcome to all the new subscribers. It's wonderful to have you on board. If you were drawn to this channel, there is a reason we were meant to meet right here and now. And if you would like to go deeper on your own 13 sign astrological chart, I offer one-on-ones and I'm happy to meet with you further. So sending you all love. Mwah. Aloha, my friends.